Hi guys, welcome to Udaan. So, telling you about Udaan, we had an idea where we thought every one of us can share some ideas and experiences with each other, like try to bring some deeper sense of belongingness, and one's strength is someone else's weakness. So we can overcome this by supporting one another, interacting and sharing experiences. So this is the thought behind and motto behind starting Udaan as a platform to share ideas. So today we have uh, Sonali Bhatia, senior consultant. She's a senior consultant, interior designer at Hafeez Contractor, and she has done many projects in India, also in Dubai. So welcome, Sonali. Over,
Thank you. Great to be here.
over to you. Want to introduce yourself about your
Learn from
thing.
you all the great work that are doing. Um, you want to go ahead, fire away.
Yes. So uh, want to know about the journey in this field of your journey in this field, how you get to this top level. So starting from how did you decide to choose this field, like in college or in school? How did you give a thought of this
I
in
was
your mind?
always artistically inclined, and I got into architecture school, and then realized that interiors is where my real interest lay. Just a general interest in art and architecture, and that's how I ended up doing a 3-year comprehensive course in design school. And right after that, I joined Hafeez Contractor as an intern. I was on probation for 6 months. I unlearned everything I learned in design school. This was actual design school. It still is. It's a whirlwind of activity every single day. You're learning. We have some of the best architects as associates in our firm. So, and there's a lot of work going on. So, no 2 days that are the same. You're constantly learning, constantly assimilating, and it's great. Yeah, actually, my workplace is my design school, honestly.
So how did you start your professional journey? Like it is very difficult to get a job under such a big thing. So
Yeah,
how did
so
you
that
crack it?
yeah, so I joined as an intern, and those 6 months they put me through the grind. Like 2, 3 architects were just coming and dumping work on me, and every single moment was spent either designing, working on different drawings. Even in the lunch hour, I would be sitting in the library. And we have a very, very well stocked library, thousands of books. But yeah, that was it. And once I got through that tough 6 months, then I was on. Yeah, and I'm still very much there. I'm part of the furniture now. Yeah.
That's nice. I have another thing to ask. How do you come up with some ideas or inspirations for your new designs?
Inspiration. I look for inspiration everywhere, and it is everywhere. It can, you can get inspiration from an outfit. Sometimes I go for a fashion show, and that's where I get the inspiration. Sometimes the clients have such an extensive art collection, so you design your interiors in accordance to that. But inspiration is all around us. Just keep your eyes and ears open. Travel, I think travel is huge for me. Every time I travel, it's like a burst of creativity because you're looking at works by other designers, restaurants, shopping areas, everything. I mean, it's a design surge really when you travel. And inspiration is everywhere. You just
So
got to keep your eyes open. And right now, we have the entire world at our fingertips. Everything is online. The best designers, um, all the journals, everything is at the click of a button. So inspiration is really everywhere, wherever you want it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, so yeah, coming to that, we have everything available right now in our hands. So nowadays, how it is difficult to please a client like nowadays because we have everything in social media platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, like shutter shop. So
Right.
like where you get number of artworks displayed. So clients have something in mind. They have something going in their mind. So and it is difficult to please a client, like to cope up with their ideas, to present them our ideas. So how do you handle this situation?
Honestly, I think the best thing is an informed client. I love it when the clients give inputs because end of the day you're designing their space. You're articulating their ideas with your aesthetic sensibilities. So nothing like an informed client. I am all for it. And the first step, honestly, in this is where you just listen to your client. What are his or her requirements? And then the whole process of that thought is literally a thought which then gets down on paper. You have your mood boards, you have your working drawings, then the execution. It's just such an exciting process. And that tiny thought is right there. When you see a design space in front of you, it is the ultimate creative high. It really is. And every client and every project is so unique, different personalities, and every single day it's a challenge. But an informed client, like I said, is the best thing for a designer because that's where you get your first step. You know what your client wants. Your client has gone on Instagram and liked something. You take that into consideration and then give your inputs. So nothing like it. Yeah, I'm all for it. It doesn't confuse me. If at all, it only fuels me further. Yeah,
Yeah.
over to you.
So, in this field, like project management and time management is a very crucial thing.
It
Like
is.
you have to cope up with the due dates of the projects and schedules. So, how do you manage your time? And two or three projects are also going simultaneously.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how do you manage your time?
I think for me, very important is my contractor. I I mean, I work only with my experienced contractors. Then they micromanage all the workers, so I get to focus on the design. But an experienced contractor is very, very important because attention to detail is paramount, like absolutely paramount. So yes, over.
So, I'm also a type of a creative person. Like I like to paint, I like to draw, I like to make some crafts. So
Okay.
sometimes being too creative, you don't come to a final decision. Like I also sometimes don't come to a final decision whether I want to make this or make this, and end up making nothing. So in design, some how do you uh, decide that yes, this is the thing I want, I have in my mind, and this is how uh, designing will be done in the process. Yeah.
This happens to me every single day. Where it's like one highlighter wall and I have three finishes that I want to use. But that's the whole exciting process. I love that. That's when you decide. That's where your client's requirements come in, his taste, his choice. End of the day, it's their space. I'm only articulating that. But yeah, I'm faced with that every day, and it's a pleasure. It is a real pleasure. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, yes. So, which section of your portfolio, you are most proud of? What does it reflect you as an interior designer?
All my interior spaces reflect my design style with the client's requirements. But having said that, I was having to pick one. I can't pick one. I have a lot of them. Okay, if you tell me to pick one, I can't name the client because I signed an NDA, but there was this residence I did of a top business baron, and it was just such an exciting journey. I was using materials I've never used before. We had a completely clean slate. um, the clients gave their inputs, but we really, really thought out of the box, and the interiors were unbelievable. That was one particular. That was a residence, and there was another one. In fact, simultaneously, I was doing a project where it was just the opposite, where we were using inexpensive, sustainable materials like linen, wood, and on the other hand, there was this residence where we were just going absolutely crazy. We were ordering Italian crystal and mother of pearl and the works. So this was going on simultaneously, which is very exciting because you're designing two diametrically opposite interiors. So yeah, these two would be my favorite. Yeah.
So sometimes like working with different projects, materials, so it also becomes challenging and interesting to work with different kinds of materials, and so that gives you a experience. Like each of the project is a new experience.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, each of the project is a new experience. Yeah.
And Daksh, right now the market is just, it's unbelievable. Every single day there are new products, one better than the other. As a designer, as a consumer, I am spoiled for choice, totally.
Okay.
Every single day, something more innovative than the one that came out 2 days ago, that kind of thing. Everything is amazing. Yeah.
So, like as an interior designer, what career advice would you give to the people who are like just booming or just thinking, planning to go in this field?
Hmm.
So, like there are many students like who are planning to choose go into this field or go into field of architecture. So, what advices would you like to?
I think first you have to have a genuine love for the arts and architecture, and just constant assimilation, keeping abreast of the times. Like right now during this lockdown, actually go out there and check out the top designers, study their works. I just studied Zaha Hadid last month, and follow their works. Everything is available to us right now with the internet. But keep yourself clued in, new products, sign up for newsletters. I did a course in contemporary art with the Museum of Modern Art in New York. This is just 3 weeks ago. So all this wasn't open to us. So, make the most of this lockdown. This is the best time to, because we're not expending our energy anywhere else. We're all locked up at home. So do as much as you can, read, and there's everything is out there for you to study and assimilate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yes, coming to this lockdown period, like after COVID-19, so what would be the changes like currently after this situation of COVID-19? We are seeing like uh, uh, security and like health aspects related to the health experts aspects. So those are the things which will people look forward to. So how would it change the design concept or thing like after COVID-19? What would be the situation of this field, interior designing field?
Okay. So interior design is a discretionary item. It's something that can be put on hold right now. We're all under lockdown. This must be happening to all of you right now in your homes. You're actually picking out flaws, things that you've kind of overlooked. But I think that once the economy is back, the purchasing power is going to be definitely back. And there's this whole, I think, pent up, how should I say, uh, pent up demand for design services at the
Yeah.
end. You are going to want to change your spaces. So I know the COVID, I mean, as unfortunate as it is, but it's a temporary situation. And I think it will change, obviously, it will. And once that happens and the economy is back, I think there's going to be a lot of demand. Yeah, purchasing power will be back for sure, for sure. So I wouldn't worry too much about interior design right now. Of course, things are at a standstill right now, but yeah, I think we'll be back. Yeah, I
So
wouldn't
like
worry about it.
yeah. So like safety would be the first thing people would be looking for. Safety would be the first thing people would be looking for.
Sorry, I didn't catch you.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah. Safety would be the first thing people would be looking for. So, like in offices, in restaurants, like
Yeah.
there would be some changes related to the designs, like how it wouldn't be how it used to be like this right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when it comes to design, the one thing that we are going to put a little more thought to is the home office. With this whole work from home option that all of us are exploring right now, we're all working from home. But so earlier, it was okay, you have a table, you have your filing, and maybe just your laptop, and that's it. Very few people actually have access to an entire study room. But now that with that work from home option, we're going to put a little more thought into the home office. Definitely. So design wise, yes, that's one place, one area where we're going to have to give a little more thought. Yeah.
So, like coming to our next question, like which interior designers work, like
Hmm.
you would like to you look forward to, yeah, you appreciate their work. Yes.
So I really enjoy looking at work by Kelly Hoppin and Kelly Wursler. Both are from the West. They're doing some great interiors, totally out of the box, different work. And what I also like is both of them have come out with their own line of accessories, linens. That's something I'm also looking to do. Maybe not now, a little later, but having your own interior line. Amongst the Indian designers, I have great regard for Shabnam Gupta. She does very different work, traditional, very strong to her roots. It's always good to appreciate your contemporaries. Yeah, so amongst the Indians, it would be Shabnam Gupta. Yeah, yeah. And anyone wanting to pursue interior designer, please follow Kelly Hoppin, Kelly Wursler. They're great at what they do. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for joining with us and sharing your experiences and thoughts. Thank
Thank you so much, Daksh. Thank you for having me over and your very generous words in the write up. Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.